Okay, so I found this video clip from when I traded in my old Cygnus 125 for the X-City 250. So I'm just gonna basically re-upload this video. Well, I didn't upload it in the first place. There's the X-City right there. So you're basically gonna bring your paperwork with you. You hand in your old bike, they give you a valuation. It's normally half the price of what it's worth if you're going to trade, so you be prepared to get peanuts for your old bike. So the Cygnus 125, I think I got £800 for it. It was a 12 plate bike. Originally I had it for a while, to be honest, and I paid I think something like £1,800 for it, so I got half the value back. And this bike with the 250 was advertised at about 1,700, so I had to pay £800 on top of my 16 or something odd like that. When you're picking up the new bike, just make sure you give it a once over, glance at any issues, possible problems, and mention it to them, so if you need to get it repaired or whatnot, they can look at it. So all the paperwork done, money paid, and I picked up the 250cc. I look a lot younger there. The 250cc scooter. This is back in 2016. Let me check the exact date. This happened on 21st of June 2016, and I rode the bike for a little while. I did have the R6 at that time as well, and I think I brought the R6 to these guys as well and traded it in. Well, not traded in, I basically sold it to them, because I don't like selling bikes privately, because you get every Tom, Dick and Harry coming and test riding and talking and kicking tires, and it's a headache. I'd rather get half the money, just get rid of the bike and let them sell it and take care of the next buyer. So here I am getting ready to get on the X-City 250cc. Why would you want to get a bigger bike? So the 125 is perfect. You can see it behind me, it's parked up on. That's the one I traded in. It had a high screen, it was good for all weather round terrain. It just lacked a bit of power. I think it's perfectly fine. I just wanted something a bit more, well, easily getting up to 50-60 miles per hour without having to worry, whereas the Cygnus was kind of getting up to that speed and kind of struggling, as it were, and it didn't feel as nice. The X-City looks a lot nicer. It's got like a bit of a majestic feel on it, and you can see it looked quite good. Obviously when they're selling trade, then you know what it's like. They spruce it up and they put all sorts of stuff on it, like oil and that, on the plastics to make it shine. But it was a good example at the time, and obviously I rode it for a couple of months. I think throughout that summer and winter I rode it, but then I had the R6 to ride, so this was parked up. And then I got rid of the R6 and this stayed parked up, and you can see my recent videos, me rejuvenating it. You'll see how it sounds now when I start it up. You have to hold the brake in and start it. And yeah, it's got a nice little screen on there as well, and it's got a nice height. It feels good, it sounds nice. It's still a scooter, so you get all the luxuries of having well, under seat storage, good weather protection, decent tires, because these tires are a lot bigger than the Cygnus tires. I think the front is 15 inch, the front is 16 inch and the back is 15-inch wheel, so it's like, it feels nicer, controllable. So this has got dual brakes, front and back, as disc brakes, so it's not a drum brake or anything like that. It's water cooled, and yeah, it gets up to speed really nicely, noticing it. And what else? So it's got a nice suspension. It felt good on the turns. It felt nice and light for a bigger bike. Again, scooters are lower down weight, so if you do want to get a scooter for town especially, get something decent. If you're on a CBT, you probably can't get this, but I've got a full license, so I thought, I'll get something in between. Really, I should have got a 400, but that would have been a bit bigger and bulkier, so the 250 is a nice little balance in between. I have done a few journeys on this, which I'll yeah, so the bike kind of gets up to speed nicely. It feels good. There was a few little niggles with the seat, but that's something, as I'm doing now. I'm going to replate it and figure that out. But I didn't originally post this video back then. I don't know why, but I normally post a video about the bike I buy the day on I receive it. But this one I picked up. The two Cygnuses, one of them came from Manchester and was delivered off. The other one came from another place, the one that got nicked before that. And I tend to pick it up the day it comes. I'll make a video and upload it, which you would have seen the two old 125cc's. But because I picked this one up, I think it threw me. I never uploaded it, but you can see here how it sounds, how it feels, based on how I'm controlling it. And yeah, there you go now, 250cc X-City 2009 plate scooter.